We'll continue um, summarizing. We'll summarize this book, Mind of the Soul, by Gary and Linda Francis. We have been reading this book, and today, like a summary, we have finished the last 26th chapter 2 weeks before, and now it will be the summary. So, author, am I audible?
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
anyone? Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you. Yes, so author talks about many topics: responsible choice, authentic power, multisensory human beings, temptation, frightened parts of personality. He covers a wide range of topics. So first, we'll begin with multisensory human being and five sensory human being. So author tells that we all need to shift ourselves to multisensory human being. That is beyond the five senses, our intuition, sixth sense. We have to develop a sixth sense, and in the Earth planet, slowly every being will be shifting to multisensory human beings. So, what is the difference between multisensory and five sensory human being? Is like five sensory human beings, they are within the limitation of the five senses. Multisensory human beings are beyond this five sensory sensory organs. They have sixth sense and intuition. And multisensory, they pursued for authentic power, the soul, um, while five sensory, they pursued for external power, that is materialistic things, name, fame, money, power. Multisensory, they want the inner peace. I mean, they long for the connection, the line. This is and multisensory human being, they have the aim of spiritual growth, connecting the soul. Sensory, we will be in the materialistic world. The differences. Then he talks about the frightened parts of the personality. Frightened parts is like jealousy, anger, all this vengeance, all this set of things are with us when we are born. We bring all this set along with us, and our aim is through our will and choices, we need to uh, bring into disappearance all this fear, vengeful. We need to resolve it before we die. But most of the time, we are entangled within this feelings of fear, vengeance, anger. From the time we are born until till the time we are died, our frightened personality remains the same. There is no change. But through the spiritual growth or spiritual evolution, means that we uh, address all this fear, vengeance when we have been born in the earth planet. Before we die, we address all this feeling. So, for example, if you want to address the anger, when you are angry, maybe you will be shouting, you will be screaming, or maybe there will be physical actions. So you get aware. And next time when you are getting angry, you're trembling with anger and you want to react, but then you remain silent. Okay. Be aware that you are angry, your throat, your chest area, what happens, and then you remain silent. It doesn't mean you are suppressing anger, but you choose to remain silent and see what happens. So, like this, through journaling, you will know, okay, first time you were angry, these were the reactions, but second time when you were angry, these were the choices you have done and how it affects you and your surroundings. That's way. When you do the responsible choices, then the power of the fear, vengeful jealousy, it dissolves, and you have the power. They don't have the power to control you. So that's what is the um, responsible choice and frightened personality. So through our will, moment by moment, choosing a responsible response, we can address these frightened personality. And that's what our uh, aim. So frightened personalities, these are not as an obstacle for your spiritual growth, but rather it is an avenue for the spirit. And this creating an authentic power is a process. Okay. So this potential we have to bring into life so that our frightened personality is healed. In whatever personality, he says, personality is a suit or the dress which is very suitable for your soul in this lifetime. It's a costume and it is perfect. Whatever your personality is perfect for your lifetime, and you evolve in this lifetime to reach the goal. Then he talks about intention. Intention is the quality of consciousness you bring to an action. So, like for example, an action, like an individual, he donates the money, for charity. Another person also donates the money. The action is donating the money. Same for both the individual. But the first individual, he does the charity, to get the tax benefit. And the second individual does the charity for helping children or adult or old people. So the action remains the same, that is donating the money. But the intentions are different for individual one and individual two. Okay. So the consequences or the experiences what these two individuals will receive will be different. Though the action is same, but the intentions are different. So author says the experiences what we receive in our lifetime is based on the intention, the consequences. So we need to be aware about our intention and out. Intention is nothing but the application of your will to accomplish a physical goal. Like you want to change a new job or you want to move to a new city. That's your physical goal through your will. But the intention, you have to see what you are going to achieve. You are shifting into a new job. Maybe you want to get more money. That's when you get more peace. You want to have set of group of more challenging job. Depends. So you need to align your intention and intention. Perfect consequences what you desire. When you choose an intention, it is you choose a physical goal. But when you choose an intention, you choose a consciousness. Okay. Then he says, challenging the frightened parts of personality. How to become aware of it, to recognize it, and challenge it. When we challenge the frightened parts of the personality, it doesn't have a power on you. Okay? A conscious choice is a reaction, uh, a response. An unconscious choice is a reaction. Then he says about the temptation. Temptation is a dress rehearsal for a negative karmic effect, and it is a gift. So when you are tempted, that means you are having still certain frightened personality to be healed. Okay, it is a warning. Temptation is not is a kind of warning and also a gift that okay, we need to still address certain parts of our personality to heal. So it allows us, temptation allows us to locate and heal parts of ourselves within the world of energy. Okay. So we can like we have seen in the example of Jonathan. So he had that frightened personality, but he did not address it, and it went on. He was submissive of that temptation, and the end result was the consequences of shame and defamation for him in the world. So before we get negative consequences, the temptation comes in the front place so that you address. If you don't address it, then it creates a consequences, negative consequence in the world. So it's a gift that allows us. Temptation is a gift that allows us to add. For example, even cravings for sugar or junk food, we know that there is some frightened personality, and we know binge eating, all this happens when you are in a stressed level. So, why the stress is coming? You need to see what emotions are there. whatever you want to do, it's not happening according to your wish, or there is an emotional outburst that not being accepted, or there are various situations. So you that gives an indication. So if you don't address it, why I am eating or binge eating, or at a certain period I crave for having junk food, don't address it, will affect your health. And then when you are in the society, you are obese, and then there is a and all this, all the consequences, negative consequences. Started itself, you need to address why am I eating? What's the feeling? What's the emotions going through? I crave for these things. Or when you introspect yourself, you will identify it. Any healing process, first we need to identify what am I feeling, and when am I feeling, in what situation I am feeling it, and what's the reason for this. We should not blame others for anything. It is our own feelings that helps us to heal and recover from that. We should not blame this has happened because of others. It is our own reaction to a particular situation, and the reaction comes because there are still a frightened parts of our person. Okay, so this is the crux of this book. Um, Chapter. And the law of attraction also, he says that like attracts like. So, as an example, I will take anger only. So, when you have the personality of reacting and being very angry in any situation, then in that cases, you will attract those people who are also angry. And as you shift, move from reaction to response to your anger, and you heal your frightened parts of your personality, you no longer attract those people around you who are similar to you. They walk away from your life, and you create a new set of people who are not angry, for example. So we can observe our life, the experiences, and also by that time, we will know whether we have addressed our frightened personality or not, or we are in the phase of challenging it, or we are in the phase of recognizing it. The author has given in this book different exercises to work upon our frightened personality, be it temptation, be it your fear, be it your landscape, internal landscape or external landscape. When we align our intention and our attention, that's when we become an authentic individual. We create authentic power. We create our own reality. Even our Patriji has told, we create our own reality. The way we respond, the choices, what we do, that makes our experience. And whatever the experiences comes, maybe betrayal or anything, that's indication that we have to heal that frightened parts of personality. So all experience, painful experience, is a step to your spiritual growth. You reflect upon yourself, and then there will be a spiritual. And the soul's actual qualities are harmony, cooperation, co-creation, and sharing. So when we align our personality with the soul personality, or soul, our soul's aim, then there is an happiness in life. We enjoy it, and lot of gratitude. You connect with. So now we have to see, reflect upon ourselves, where we stand, and how, which part of our frightened personality we need to heal and move through our spiritual. Whatever we do, if we get that inner peace, that means we are aligned with our soul aim. We are aligned with the soul virtue. Thank you all for joining and adding your energy. And please unmute yourself. If you want to share anything, share your experience throughout this journey of reading the book. Has anyone acted upon those journal exercises, and did anyone has any experience, any input or any queries, please unmute yourself and ask or share. Yes, Ramji.
Very grateful, Rashmi ji. It was such a wonderful journey with this wisdom from this book. How beautifully all the concepts were explained, and on top, how wonderfully you have, you know, shared to all of us. So very beautiful journey it was. Many topics that are generally, you know, so easy to explain, they were able to share it in the most easily understandable way with ways on how to tackle them. So it was such a beautiful journey. Very, very grateful to you, Rashmiji, for guiding us through the whole journey. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Reminded how much it is important and how much as well as we become self-aware, we can take control of these things. We can change. We can change. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Ram. It's all, I'm just a medium. I think masters are working upon it. Thank you so much. Yeah. Anyone else wants to add or share their experiences? Or anyone wants to ask any question? Please unmute yourself. Yes, Ram.
So let me then ask a question.
Okay.
For you personally, how did this journey, because we were on the listener's end, but for you as a direct contact with that wisdom reading the book, how did it impact you, and in which areas you found it very supportive in your journey of self-awareness? If you can share a
Yeah,
bit more.
yeah, thank you for asking, Ram. Yeah, the book was really wonderful. I feel all the exercises or all what he was talking is completely for me. I felt so. I mean, yeah, as anger or as jealousy or feeling not accepted. All these things I used to feel it. Okay, why the person is not saying sweetly or properly, or why I'm not being acknowledged, these kinds. Then I addressed, okay, I have to empower myself rather than seeing other people's response. Somewhere, even I am not acknowledging, maybe I am feeling that. So I started acknowledging my colleagues even for the slightest things they do. Otherwise, earlier I used to feel that, oh, it's their part of job. Now I started acknowledging, and slowly the shift is coming towards me. So, and similarly with children also, I mean, when we are engrossed in our activity, my child used to disturb me. So I used to get angry, okay, when she's seeing I'm reading a book or I'm doing my work, she's so disturbing. But then I know, okay, they are children, they need mother's attention and these things. So I pause before I react to her. I started pausing, thinking that, okay, she needs something from me, which is pressing at that point. Maybe I need to stop and address. So then that shift came. So I mean, there are so many things I need to write, and I will come later also to look into it. This is what at present I remembered and I shared. So yeah, anger, acknowledging these are, and the beautiful thing is our intention and intention also. I liked it, like whenever you are taking a decision. So I evaluated, is it for the external, fame or power I needed, or internally, what am I, is it through the soul alignment? So that also helped me to take decisions. Yeah, for example, even I am doing a study here in mindfulness. So the external environment were not suitable, to continue. So I thought whether to stop or whether to start, whether to continue. So then, okay, whatever decision I am taking, whether it is with the sole purpose, what is my intention? It should not be for my external, power, the materialistic thing. It should be with the soul alignment. So that was another example. Yeah, like it's a beautiful book. Need to work upon many things, continuous process. It will be a Gita and Bible for me. I think it gives a lot of exercises. So through journaling, we can work upon ourselves. Thank you, Ram, for asking this, and I started pondering upon my journey. Yeah, thank you. I was not prepared, so whatever came, I told you. Yeah, thank you. Yes, Mamtaji.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Rashmiji.
Yeah.
We always say books are masters, and listening to your journey as well, how this book had helped in various aspects. Yes, truly, it inspires us as well to, read more and more, because that is how we can remind and then go on this inner journey. Thanks a lot for sharing your journey. Thank you.
Okay. For the opportunity. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I stumbled upon this book, really a divine plan, I feel. Thank you so much, Ram. Yes, Mamtaji.
Namaste, Rashmi ji.
Namaste.
Namaste, masters. It was a great lesson. The as my experience, I used to experience the outer world, and later on, when I came to meditation, I started in experimenting the soul, and I started to understand the soul. Really, so interesting, and I started to know my life purpose, and it is so important today what you explain about the soul. See, there are so many that we have to overcome that. I was so much dependent on anyone from my childhood. As I remember, I was so much dependent with my mom or my dad, or in some places with my friend or to the teacher, and always I was dependent. And after marriage, I depended on my father-in-law, mother-in-law, and more to my husband. I was so much dependent. And at that time, I feel that there is no soul consciousness. There will be happiness, there will be joy, and it will be coming and going. And when I started to self love and understand about the soul, and they started, so I was so much attached to the world, and that dropped. And I enjoyed the detachment, and I was not stuck in anger, so I didn't work upon it. And what I feel is I was so much attached to so many things, so many people, and I was attached to my desires. That's also most greatest lesson I learned. See, when we have some purpose and some desires, I was struggling for that, and I was to work hard for that. And at that time, it is not possible because our soul planning is different, and we will be going for other side. At that time, there will be no tally. Like it will be like a railway track. So when I came to understand about the soul planning and about the karma part, really, it's a beautiful journey. And thank you for making me to remember all those and always going step by step. It's very beautiful. And when we work on ourselves, it's a greatest transformation and it's a enlightened time, I feel. And we get started, I started to be relaxed so much. Relaxation is different from peace, and the next level is that peace. That peace, and I feel that the next is the soul consciousness and the universal love. When I'm trying to understand the universal love. See, I heard some message like that: "Be a labor of love." See that sentence has triggered my in me. So what is then labor of love? Means we have to love each and every moment there must be love. We must be in the heart space. That's not the emotion. That's the heart space is different from emotion. I learned that one. And I want to share my words I have written. Ask for help. Never shy away from speaking and asking for help. We aren't meant to do it all alone. We can also ask for help from those around us. It is okay to not have all the answers. Loved ones will feel honored that we have reached out to them for advice. Letting others lend their support for us helps to deepen our relationships. Be compassionate. Be easy on yourself. Speak gentle words of reassurance. Keep your faith and be strong. See, this is the greatest lesson I have learned. I was struggling to maintain the relationship and I was ignoring myself. That makes a difference, so much difference. So these words had lightened me. So we have to honor ourselves first, and we have to be faithful to ourselves. We must understand ourselves every moment. That's the greatest lesson I have learned. And so thank you, universe. Thank you so much. Always divine supports each and every soul. Thank you so much, masters. Thank you.
Thank you, Mamtaji. Beautiful experience. Thank you for sharing your experience and guiding and inspiring us how your journey has helped you to work upon your self transformation. Anyone else wants to share? Please unmute yourself or ask anything. Mridulaji, you want to say something? So, shall we end the session if no more sharing? Thank you all for joining and adding your energies and being with me in reading this book and the journey so far. We'll begin a new book next Saturday. Thank you so much. Have a miraculous day to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rashmi. Thanks all.
In the next session. Thank you.